Today I want to talk to you about the importance of pulling a vehicle history report, specifically a Carfax report. There's many different vehicle history reports that you can pull, but I highly recommend Carfax just because it's easy to read and I like the information that's presented in the fashion that how they present it. But let me tell you this. I was working with an individual not too long ago that she purchased a vehicle some years ago and she did not pull a Carfax report. And what happened recently, she decided she wanted to trade in the vehicle and found out that the car had previous frame damage. Now, if you know anything about frame damage or cars, that's a big no-no because that right there decreases the value of your vehicle dramatically. And a lot of finance institutions may not finance that vehicle. Some will possibly, but a lot of financial institutions that I know of will not finance previous frame damaged vehicles. So with all that being said, she took a very big hit, or she would have had to take a big hit if she was to trade in that vehicle. But if she would have pulled the Carfax report beforehand, she could have avoided buying that particular vehicle. So here's a few insights in looking into a Carfax and some data that you can gain by pulling one. Number one, how many previous owners have the vehicle had? Let's say it had, it's a one-year-old vehicle and it had 7 previous owners. You don't want to be the number 8 owner because you may be running away from, eventually if you become the 8th owner, you may run away from that car like the previous 7 owners. Now, if it's an older vehicle, a few more owners may be okay, 5, 6 owners, depending on the year of the car. The average time that someone may own a car, it could be 3 years. Let's just say it's 3 years old. 3 years old, and every 3 years, somebody is trading out that car and another owner. So again, it's very important to find out how many owners the vehicle has, just to make sure that there's nothing hidden under the surface. Another thing to consider is, has the vehicle been previously serviced? The Carfax report shares a lot of service records and so forth. The next thing is, how long has the vehicle been on the dealer's lot? When did the dealer first start selling or offer to sell the vehicle? If the car has been on the lot for 6 months, you may have a little bit more negotiation power on your side. So you want to think about that. Has the vehicle been in any type of previous accidents? If it's a minor accident, that may not be a big deal, but when you get into the moderate and major, that's when you want to heavily consider, is this a good option to consider? So again, pull a Carfax report and make sure that you know the history of the vehicle before you decide to purchase.